Hello, lovely Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning into your reading for September. It's my absolute pleasure to bring you this reading every weekend, every month. Just looking into the energies of Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month ahead. Fingers crossed it's going to be a good one. And if you would like a personal reading, which is a reading dedicated to your question and also to the energy surrounding you, just click on the readings page below. It'll take you directly to the array of readings there, and I do get back to you all within 4 working days of payment. So as soon as I see the PayPal receipt, I add you into my queue and I work through, and you should receive that within that amount of time. Okay, so this month we're going to be using the Druidcraft Tarot and also the Earth Magic Oracle deck. Because we're in the lovely sign of Virgo, it's basically an earth-centered reading for you. But we did start the month with New Moon, and now we're going into the rest of the month. We end it on a new moon, so 2 new moons in a month. Also, we have the big eclipse in the middle, which is the lunar eclipse now, and we had the solar eclipse at the start, so very, very busy month astrologically. Let's see how this is going to affect you all, my lovely, lovely Aquariuses. Okay, let's take a look. Whoa. Very, very slippery today, actually, all this weekend. They've just been jumping around, jumping here and thither and everywhere. Alright. Right, they said do 3 big ones and then stop, so that's exactly what I'm doing. Wow, okay. Oops. Okay. Alright, cool. I've actually just seen somebody post about the 7 of Swords. That was about an hour ago, and they did a whole reading about the 7 of Swords. So it's interesting that it's come up for you. Ooh. Alright. Oh, ace. Okay. And this one also wanted to come up. Oh, how interesting. Oh. Aquarius, you are... See, I do love Aquariuses. I always go on about you, but you're some of the most interesting people ever. Like, your brain, you know, even Aquarius Moon and that, your brain is just so different, and there's a reason they call it the Age of Aquarius, let me tell you. Okay. I just went all tingly. Okay. Whoa. Big things coming through. I mean, as you can see, you've got the summer solstice, the winter solstice. This is very, very important. It's kind of like, oh, hang on. They just sort of told me I am the Alpha, I am the Omega. So I know that a lot of people may still be Christian or Catholic or whatever regarding Jesus and that particular thing. Some of you who are not may go, well, what's that to do with anything? But this is like the beginning and the end. I'm not saying that it's going to be the end at all, but it's kind of like the polar opposite of what things are. Radiance and reflection is very important, I think, for you this month, simply because this is all about being in the centre of attention. Let me just see if I can get a look. Whoa. This is where things are at its peak and where things are really coming forwards. This is where things shut down. Livening up, shutting down, being within. So as much as you could on the outside be, hey, look at me, and being all this, and, you know, being energized and doing this, inside you may be just going, I need to reflect. I need some time to myself. I need to, you know, sort of be me for a while and see who I am on my own, or, you know, just kind of wind down and go inside. Could be a reading of 2, you know, for this month. It could be 2 halves. You could start off doing this, you could, you know, end up doing that. However, I do see this working together. You have a persona that's going to be this. You are going to feel energized, but I feel also you will be taking time for yourself and winding down. And maybe this is actually because of the transition that we're going through. We're going through the autumn now, so this is kind of going through the various stages of kind of getting this sort of, you know, winding down. The trees are going to start sucking up all the energy and going into their little hibernation. But I think most of all, this is something to do with your progress of a professional nature, and also your emotional nature too. Actually, your emotional nature will harness your professional one. So let me just take a look and see what this comes through. Something is coming to fruition here. This is a full circle for you. I do believe that this is also a circle of protection. That's what's kind of coming forward to me. In her hand, I don't know what she has, but I think that this is almost, to me, when I looked at it, it was very much a compass. So this seems to me to be something very important for you. I do believe that there is something coming in saying that you have the potential to nurture, and they say nurture and divine. So maybe you are going to be looking for the reasoning behind certain aspects and things which are coming forwards for you. I do see the fact that there are some opposites here. You could, again, opposites very strongly, polar opposites, I think. You could actually be friends with somebody who is completely different to another friend of yours. So I think that this is all about joining the two, being in the middle, being centre, like into this circle, and also enjoying the fact that you are kind of in the middle of, you know how all the charts have, and they're all on the outside, and they say this coincides with this. You may be the central circle, which everything else feeds into this month. So it's kind of like business people will want to talk to you, friends will want to talk to you, family. Everybody wants to have a little piece of you this month, I think. So it could be very important for you to cleanse yourself energy-wise, and also perhaps emotionally, because you got the Eight of Cups here, and look at that. Look at that. I don't know whether that's a... Oh yes, that is a solar eclipse. We've just gone through that. This is kind of fomenting, or I'm trying to find the word but I can't, foreshadowing change. And they use shadow as very strongly because of the moon shadow there. It's kind of like you got all your ducks in a row, you know exactly how things went for you, and now you can kind of walk past that and go, okay, this is it, this is my turn now. You may feel as though it's a steep hill to climb since you've had that energy drained from you from previous like exes and just events of the past, and I do think that it will have taken its toll on some of you, not all of you, but definitely this is a time to be in the moment. This is a time to be saying, look, I don't afford to give any of you the time of day that have actually caused me emotional grief. I'm now going to charge forwards, and I'm going to find the path that is true to myself. Also, very oddly for me, it's got the opposite of clothes. So she's got a red cloak and a blue underneath. He's got a blue cloak and red underneath. So for me, I think that this is more about using your emotions to spur you forwards rather than action, which is the red. And similarly with her, she's using the emotions beneath but action over the top. So that's how I look at it anyway. And I do feel that it's going to flow a lot better. It's going to increase productivity a lot better. It's going to give you more focus. And I feel this is going to give you a little bit of the edge on your peers or on your workmates. Something gives you the edge here. Now, they don't want you to burn the midnight oil. And again, the moon plays a very important part here. So this could be the lunar eclipse coming through, or it could just be the new moon at the end of the month. But whatever it is, they do not want you to feel too stressed. They don't want you to feel as though somebody's stealing your livelihood from you or taking up all your time. For instance, if you are self-employed, or if you have your own kind of business area, or if you're just given a lot of responsibility, people may see that you can handle it and kind of give you all this other stuff to do. I feel that you are going to be going through a steep learning curve here, but I also see that you're going to be learning how to say no as well. I also think that sometimes you go up in the clouds and you can seem aloof to some people. You are going to be drawn down a little bit back to earth in regards to that. So that seems to be coming through with that one. Now the Prince of Swords. I love this one. This is kind of overcoming any problem that you have and bouncing back. Kind of like a springboard. I think as soon as you organise how to get things done and you educate yourself, or you kind of practice some things, some methods to get rid of some certain elements, you can then bounce forwards and kind of go, okay, I've had my reflection now here, and I've been on the outwards here of action. Now I can go back to being outwards and acting on my inner kind of thoughts, really. And I just want to make sure that I can get forwards. Something somebody says, I think, gives you the inspiration to do something. It could be an advisor, or it could just be a friend. You know how on those police procedural shows or those like medical procedural shows, and they can't find the answer. And it's like, oh, I can't find the answer to this. And then just something somebody says in conversation, and they go, oh, that's it. And then they run off and do whatever it is they need. It's kind of like that happens to you. Somebody says something and you go, oh wow, that's it, that's just what I needed. And you run off and you kind of get all that sorted. So that's something that I think comes to you in divine inspiration almost. It's the full stop at the end of a sentence. When you're like, oh, what do I use? It's the full stop. It prompts it. It goes, oh, right, okay, now I can move on. So I think this is something that is just kind of working through the past this month a little bit, seeing how you are shown to other people, because other people may want to put a lot on you if you show yourself as being too energetic, and it could cause you to either stall like this one and reflect. You're definitely letting something go. I'm going, just, it might be a person, it might just be a project, I don't know what it is, but it's very much for your benefit. And also, I think things are coming full circle for you. Interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing what October's going to bring for you. Also, if you do want a reading, just click on the link below, as I say. If you can't see something that you want, just ask me. I'm very happy to do something custom made for you. Alternatively, if you want to just support me on Patreon, everybody from $1 to however much will always get a reward from me. I am going to start doing them, I think, from next week. They are going to be maybe just a link to a private video that only Patreon people can actually access, and it may be to a meditation, an exercise, something different that, you know, normal subscribers may not be able to see. However, these videos are all going to be free. They're not going to change, and they are not going to alter in that way. These are going to be absolutely free. So if you'd like to message me on Facebook or Twitter, I'm all on there, and I invite you to let me know how things go for you. But also, take care of yourself, Aquarius. You're very precious and you are needed in this world, so don't let this energy kind of bring you down. Bounce back, be the radiance after you've reflected. Okay, so look forward to seeing what's coming through in October, and take care of yourself, guys. Love to you all.